If you cut off a salamander's limb, it grows back. Starfish can regenerate entire arms. It's a level of biological healing that seems like science fiction. Humans can't do any of that. We're generally stuck with the tissue we have. Except, in one remarkable case, we almost can. There is one organ in your body that can regenerate up to 75% of its mass and still function normally. It's truly a biological miracle. It's sitting in your abdomen right now. This is the story of the liver. Why can most organs not regenerate? To understand that, we have to look at how our bodies handle damage. When your heart muscle is damaged, it's replaced with scar tissue, not new heart muscle. That tissue doesn't beat. It just fills the gap. When brain neurons die, they don't come back. The complex web of connections is delicate and permanent. The body has the genetic instructions for building these organs. It's like a construction manual that's used once. It does it once in the womb, creating our vital systems, and then largely stops. The process is archived and locked away. The liver never got that memo. It kept the manual open and the construction crews on standby. But why is it so different? The liver is the largest internal organ, about the size of a football, tucked in the upper right abdomen. It performs over 500 known functions. It's the chemical factory of the body, working 24/7 without a break. It filters toxins from the blood, produces bile for digestion, and regulates blood sugar levels. It's essential for survival. It also synthesizes proteins and stores vitamins. With so many jobs, the body can't afford for the liver to be offline. This is where it gets incredible. Remove up to 75% of a healthy liver, and the remaining 25% will begin to grow. Within 24 hours, liver cells start dividing. It's an explosion of biological activity triggered by the loss. Within 6 to 8 weeks, it's back to its original size, fully functional and ready to resume its 500 tasks. This ability has revolutionized medicine. Surgeons routinely remove portions of living donors' livers to save others. Knowing both the donor's remnant and the recipient's transplant will grow to the proper size for each person. It's a perfect balance of growth and function that ensures both lives can continue with a healthy organ. But how does the liver know exactly when to start growing? And even more importantly, when to stop? That's where things become truly fascinating. The molecular signals that control this are a frontier of science. Stay tuned for part 2, where we dive into the mystery of biological signals. See you there. In the previous video, we discovered that the liver can regrow after losing most of its mass. But regeneration isn't magic. It's driven by one of the most sophisticated biological processes in the human body. This is how the liver actually rebuilds itself. Liver cells, called hepatocytes, are normally in a resting, non-dividing state. They are the workhorses of the organ. Most of the time, they are focused on their 500 tasks, not on making more of themselves. But when liver mass decreases, a massive cascade of signals is triggered across the remaining tissue. The most important of these signals is HGF, or hepatocyte growth factor. It's the master switch for growth. Hepatocytes re-enter the cell cycle and begin dividing, something most adult cells in your body simply don't do. This sudden burst of growth is what allows the liver to recover so much mass in such a short amount of time. What's fascinating is that the liver somehow knows exactly when to stop. It doesn't just grow forever. It grows back to exactly the right size for your body's needs and then simply stops. No more, no less. The precision of this process is something scientists are still trying to fully understand. It's an incredible feat of biological feedback. However, this superpower has its limits. The system can be overwhelmed and even broken. If the liver is repeatedly damaged through chronic alcohol use or persistent inflammation, a different process takes over. Instead of regenerating cleanly, the liver begins to struggle. it starts to prioritize repair over regrowth. This leads to a process called fibrosis, where the liver begins to form stiff, non-functional scar tissue. Imagine a wound that never quite heals correctly, leaving behind a thick layer of biological mesh that shouldn't be there. Enough fibrosis leads to cirrhosis. The liver's architecture becomes so disrupted that regeneration can no longer keep up. At this stage, the construction crews are blocked by the very scar tissue they built. The system is jammed. The regenerative capacity we've described is specifically the healthy liver's response to acute loss, like surgery or a one-time injury. Chronic damage breaks the system entirely. It's a permanent change that the liver can't bounce back from. So what happens when the liver can no longer regenerate? What happens when it finally gives out? The answer is one of the most dangerous medical emergencies in the human body. It's a total system failure, and it can become life-threatening much faster than most people realize. We'll explore the consequences of liver failure in our next installment. Stay tuned for part 3 as we look at the critical threshold of life and death. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to follow this deep dive into human biology. See you in the next one. Understanding these limits is the key to preventing the most severe outcomes. Research continues to push the boundaries. Every day, we learn more about how to support the liver's natural ability to heal before it's too late. Health starts with awareness. Take care of your body's most resilient organ. The liver's ability to regenerate is extraordinary, but even this incredible organ has limits. When those limits are crossed, the consequences can be devastating. Liver failure is a serious medical emergency. When the liver fails, ammonia builds up and crosses the blood-brain barrier, causing hepatic encephalopathy, confusion, tremors, and in severe cases, coma. The liver also produces clotting factors. Without them, even minor injuries cause uncontrolled bleeding. Liver failure can progress from mild symptoms to life-threatening crisis within hours. It is a race against time for medical intervention. Modern medicine is constantly evolving to treat these critical stages. Scientists are now trying to apply what they've learned from the liver to other organs. Gene therapy experiments have triggered limited cardiac muscle regeneration in animal models. The goal is to unlock the body's hidden potential for self-repair. Stem cell research is exploring whether neurons can be coaxed back into division after injury. This could revolutionize how we treat spinal cord and brain injuries. The liver is a proof of concept that adult mammalian organs can regenerate, and that perhaps others can too. We are standing on the brink of a new era. The liver works silently, continuously, doing hundreds of things at once. It filters toxins, regulates energy, and maintains the body's balance. And when it needs to, it rebuilds itself. Truly nature's miracle. Subscribe if you want to keep exploring what's happening inside you. Next, how your immune system knows the difference between you and a virus. See you there. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live.